Hi, this is Margaret from dataminingdna.com. I was browsing a social media forum for Ancestry users, and I spotted this particular question. Is there any way to search my ancestry tree by location? I specifically want to know all of my ancestors that were born in Darlington, South Carolina. And a number of answers came back saying, yeah, I want to know that too. So this was a typical response from someone, yeah, I wish they would add this search feature. I've wanted it for years. And then a particularly helpful response came in from someone who said, it's one of the main reasons I got Family Tree Maker, so I can search by geographical location of place names. Family Tree Maker is a family tree software. You run it on your desktop. It's a paid piece of software. I think it's about $30. I'll put a link to it in the description below. I've used the free MyHeritage Family Tree Builder for this on my ancestry tree. I've got a link in the description below to a video that does a walkthrough. But I was really interested when the ancestry genealogist Krista Cowan chimed in. Always worth listening or reading to whatever she has to say. Krista says, well, open up your tree in the free Ancestry mobile app. There's a map feature that lets you zoom in on any location to see which of your ancestors, based on your tree, were born, married, and or died in that location. I thought, wow. And I was just kind of laughing at this because, well, it sounds like a really good feature. And why isn't it on the online website? So what we're lacking, I'm in my family tree here, and really, if you're stuck with this, if you go to tree search, notice that you can only put in a name, and it's the name of a person. Krista says, well, we have this magic feature in the free Ancestry mobile app. I don't tend to use my mobile for anything much other than texting and listening to podcasts. And I have never downloaded the free Ancestry mobile app. But this has made me go on to do so. So I've just downloaded and installed the Ancestry mobile app. I have never used it before, and I would like to record my screen on the mobile. My next step is, well, I just want to figure out how to record my screen so I can do this bit. It's okay, so it's downloaded the trees to my phone, going into my main tree. Okay, so it's this chart thing here. I'm going to click on. Now I see a map. Right, so I'm going to zoom in on Ireland. So I'm zooming in now into County Cavan. So I can see Stradone. I click on Stradone. Oh, okay. So it's Lavy. And that AS, it's Andrew Smith, my second great grandfather. It's a little perambulator, which, yeah, back in 1839. So Andrew Smith is being shown, who is in my direct line. But let's go back to Anne Eliza. I've recorded the sister of my great grandmother, who was not in my direct line, is not showing up. So there is her death, Stradone. And what would be the symbol? They have this little perambulator for a birth. What would they show for a death? Is it a coffin? Okay. But anyway, nothing's been shown for Stradone above Lavy because it's not in my direct line. Which is not. So we go back to the question, and Chris is definitely saying your ancestors, which is fair enough. That's it is showing my ancestors, it's not showing collateral line. Go back up to the original question. Two different questions, isn't there? Is there any way to search my ancestry tree by location? Well, that's for me is searching the entire tree for collateral lines, for spouses, for the husband of your third cousin once removed. But then the second question was specifically all of my ancestors that were born in Darlington, South Carolina. Krista has answered the second different question. And this is, it's more than what I'm getting on Ancestry. I like the display. So 28 events in Stradone. And there I was wondering what the death was. So we've got the births. The perambulator cracks me up. But we've got, what's that death? Two flowers? They're not lilies, are they roses? Yeah, I guess are they two roses? So we've got the rings for marriage. Right, so this view now, it's not right. It's saying there's 28 events in Stradone. So just to put it into context, Stradone is a place name that's within the county of Cavan. This isn't quite right. well, it's just not right. If they're going to label it, why do it this way? This is labelled at the top as Stradone, Cavan, Ireland. That is, I think that's quite misleading. So if I go and take a look at Belturbet, which is a different line, that's better. That's better. That is specific to Belturbet. I'm not seeing a hodgepodge of Cavan mixed in with it. But these are all my direct line. Okay, well, it's doing what Krista said it did, but it's just too restrictive. I was hoping that it would give me this, but what it is doing is it's giving me direct line, which is, to be fair, what she says. So I've zoomed in on any location to see which of your ancestors were born, married, and or died in that location. And that is exactly what it's doing. Although it's not doing it perfectly. I zoomed in on a particular place, a district, if you like, within a county. It was giving me the details at the county level. To come back to that, I just want to be fair to the app. So you've got Stradone there on the right, and then on the left, where it says Cavan. Okay, just confusion here is that there's a town of Cavan in County Cavan, and that 28 is on the town of Cavan. I zoom right in, zooming in as far as I can go to the point that I'm actually seeing proposed Tesco site, the girls' school. So I've zoomed in again, and now there's the Cavan post office. That 28, they're all situated somewhere where the map feature is saying, well, this is Cavan town. Is this the centre of Cavan town? So if I click on 28, yeah, see, that's just not right. 28 events in Stradone. Well, Stradone is not in the town of Cavan. We saw it over to the right. Okay, so I get the feature. I like the feature, but the mapping and the overlaying of places isn't great, and it doesn't do what I want, which was what I was looking for. Is there any way to search my ancestry tree by location? Okay, so I'll bring that to an end. That was a little bit off the cuff, just messing around with the Ancestry app now. Well, I've got the Ancestry app now on my phone. I may or may not use it. So to answer the original question, and it was two separate questions. Is there any way to search my ancestry tree by location, not within either the Ancestry website or the Ancestry phone app? Specifically, if you want to know all of your ancestors that had an event at a particular place. So the answer is no on the website, yes on the Ancestry mobile app, where you can zoom in and you will see events attached to a location. My caveat, and this is me, is that it may not be geographically correct. Okay, so it wasn't quite right for me. If you're familiar with the locations, then that's okay. I mean, you'll figure it out. If that was, for me, if that was, I was looking at places in the United States, then I would have trouble. Just exercise a little bit of caution. But there you go. Well, that helps, and best of luck with your research.